Have you ever wondered, can I trust them? You think they may be hiding something? They've been acting strange? All right, stay tuned. We're about to get an answer to that question. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Luna Wisdom Tarot. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. And I do have another pick a card reading ready for you. I'm very excited. So this one is, can we trust them? You know, a lot of times we have that gut feeling or just that wondering, like, are they trustworthy or is there something going on? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I have 3 piles in front of me for you to choose from. We have pile 1, which is a Rider-Waite tarot deck, and this is the yellow citrine. So this would be the first one for you to look at here. Okay. Pile 2, we have the Teddy Tarot, and the stone that I'm having you look at today is the Amazonite. Hopefully you're getting a good view of that. Okay, and then for pile 3, we have a amethyst stone, one of my favorites, beautiful rough cut of amethyst, and of course it's on the Light Seers tarot deck. Okay, so with that, go ahead, pick the pile that suits you. If 2 piles are standing out, you can go ahead and listen to both messages, but of course, these are general messages. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, let's get started. All right, pile number 1. Okay, so can you trust them? Let's find out. First, I thought it'd be fun to use my coin here. So we're going to do a coin spin, and then we're just going to do a deep dive, find out the messages from there, what's going on in your situation. So let's ask, can you trust them, pile 1? Yes. Okay. We all like that answer. All right, let's find out what's going on in the connection. Yellow citrine, just as a reminder, that was the pile you chose. Okay, let's get started. Can you tell us about pile 1's connection with the person that they're asking about? So we can be pulling energies for friends, family, co-workers, acquaintances, whoever you're asking about, just think about them here. Temperance, okay. Can you trust them? Pile number 1. We had the answer yes. Let's find out a little bit more about it. Okay, I'm looking into the energies right now. Okay. All right, we're gonna stop right here and just kind of look at. So we have several cards that are coming out in the upright. So this message starts off with the Temperance card. Now, to remind you, of course, yes, you can trust them. So we're looking first at the relationship and what's been going on. So go ahead and, there should be some things that connect with you. Maybe not everything, but kind of talking about the situation. So what I see first is that overall you guys have a pretty harmonious relationship. This is somebody that you get along with well. You guys seem to be in flow a lot. So represented by the Temperance card, the pouring of the cups, that's like balance, harmony. Like you guys probably work, you could work closely together. So I can see this being a coworker for sure. But it could be, like best friend or someone that you spend a lot of time with. That's what I'm seeing here. Definitely can be a romantic relationship as well, but I'm not focusing on that in this reading. I feel like this could be, a lot of you could be asking about a platonic relationship. Okay, so with this in mind, the natural harmony of your relationship is actually incredibly balanced. It's something where you guys get along well. It's just seems to be like, for the most part, a pretty, like, I would call it steady Eddie, like just like a consistent thing. You can really rely on them, they can rely on you. But what I'm seeing with the Magician in reverse is that there seems to be like you're starting to feel a bit like taken aback by the relationship, almost a little insecure by the relationship, by what you're seeing in them. you can see some narcissistic traits coming out. So that could be something in the effect of maybe you feel like that they're being very secretive, or maybe you feel like they are not being truthful with you, that there's some dishonesty at play. I see that with the Three of Pentacles, about how this person seems to be like right now, they're not as communicative with you. So maybe in the past you guys like talked a lot more, or that they would just seem to be more engaged. Now it seems like they're off. They're doing not only just doing their own thing, but maybe they're less responsive to your text messages. They're not as available to hang out when you want to hang out, but they're also secretive. They're not telling you what's going on, and so that's leading you to feel a little afraid. I'm also seeing for some of you, you have had a problem with narcissistic relationships in the past. And so because you've had that problem in the past, what I'm seeing here is that it's making you like want to put your guard up and like protect yourself, because you're not sure what's happening here. Like, why are they acting so different? And you're afraid that you've misread this person. So can you trust them? That question, I want to remind you, the answer was yes. So we're going to find out a little bit more insight on what's going on. But just to reassure you, don't doubt your instinct here, okay, pile one? You are trusting your instinct. You're kind of waiting for things to come together. You're waiting for more information. You're doing great. I know it's hard to just kind of lean on your own intuition at times when, you know, behaviors have shifted, because especially if you've had like more narcissistic, more selfish, maybe personality disorder type people in your life, then it's going to be like, oh, I chose another one. If that's crossed your mind, this is your confirmation. You have not chosen another one. This is just a totally different situation. So we're going to look at that. Okay. So with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, we talked about how they just seem to be a little bit like less involved with you and almost like coming it within themselves. This has brought out even more of the Two of Cups energy, which the Two of Cups the Two of Cups energy in reverse is almost like, you know, like tension and broken communication and a sense of imbalance. So it just feels like they've really pulled away and that things have shifted in your relationship. So if you're concerned, like, is it going to stay that way? I feel like that's the question to ask next. So I'm just going to go with that instinct. Hopefully that's what you guys want to find out. We're going to find out, is it going to stay this way? We're also going to find out what's causing this. But for whatever reason, I'm going to ask first, is it going to stay this way? Okay. It's telling us a little bit more about your partner. So, well, I said that for a reason. So it could be somebody's partner, but again, could also be platonic relationships. Knight of Cups. I'm seeing more insight into them. It's in reverse as well. So like what I'm seeing here is that they've had a bit of moodiness, definitely, you know, have had some disappointments. You may be seeing them a little bit different, like because they're a bit more moody. And like I said, they've like withdrawn in some ways. You know, the Hermit card hasn't come out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. They're just not behaving like their normal jovial self is what's coming to me. So I guess that they're a bit outgoing, or at least they're outgoing with you. Maybe they could be an introvert, but they could be outgoing with you, just like super comfy. And it's like, you're wondering like what happened with all of that. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. They have a very generous energy and they're usually very engaged. So this is like kind of giving clarity. Actually, let me put on top of the Nine of Cups, because clarity on the Nine of Cups. That Knight of Cups energy like is clarified by the Six of Pentacles of what they were, like what you're used to seeing from them. They're very sharing, they're very generous, they're, you know, they're open to giving, you know, and being open in relationships, like discussing things with you and stuff like that. But the cards keep going back to a loss. You'll know this, but they definitely have experienced a loss recently. Now, I can put some context into it. It could be a major loss, like, you know, a loss in a relationship. It can be a loss of a job or financial stability. It could also be something a little bit more, what would we say? I guess it would be like, it could be something with regards to losing, you know, a partner, or like someone, you know, maybe someone passed away that they knew. But but there's something that's disrupted them a bit, and so it looks like they've gone within. Now, you could know what this is about, or otherwise maybe they're keeping it private, but it is a personal loss for them, and so that's what's been leading to this behavior. Can Powell, oh, a few cards came out here. Do I want to take all three? Okay, we're going to take all three. So, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is coming in, clarifying the Three of Pentacles, you know, that at one point they're normally collaborative, they're more normally engaged and all of that. This is talking about how, you know, with the Strength card, like, they're just trying to keep themselves together, and the only way to do that is to go within. So that's why they're behaving this way. They are still down for you, they still ride for you, they still have your back. Like, you don't have to question that at all. It's just right now they're going through a difficult time, and so they have gone within. Like, the Strength card is representing that inner strength. They're having to lean within, and they haven't felt safe to fully reveal what they're going through. They will, but right now it's been difficult. The Nine of Swords also came out, and this is bringing up something that I think is very interesting as well. Again, with that anxiety, you know, with depression, with despair, trauma, they've just gone through something pretty significant. So you know, what these cards are telling me, pile one, is that show them some grace, hold space for them, and don't take it personally that they're not ready to talk about it yet. It seems like right now they're still trying to just kind of figure out this, I keep wanting to say loss, but whatever it is, to figure it out. And once they figure that out, then they'll start to be able to open up more. But right now they're just trying to figure out like where they stand and what the impact to their lives and how to go through life with this new information. The Judgment card is a promise for you, and it's on top of Temperance. I think that's beautiful. You know, two major arcana. What this is talking about is that they will be going into like a rebirth phase, a phase where they'll kind of come back into themselves, and you'll start to recognize your friend again, your partner again, your coworker. They're going to get out of this, but right now they just need some quiet time and some space. So just know it's not you. There's nothing to be worried about. This is totally like not something to be super concerned about, okay? So I would say walking away from this message, no, you can trust them. Let me get one more card. Yeah, the Devil card. Yeah, they're just going through some stuff. This was kind of hanging out at the top of the deck. It was kind of falling off, so I thought I needed to look at it. And this gives a little bit more insight about, the Devil card talks about like our shadow self and like internal struggles. And some of that could be, you know, temptation and that, but it can also be destructive behavior. If, you know, the Nine of Swords energy goes too long, it can be destructive for them. So I would say if what I'm getting is, and let me pull, I'm gonna pull an advice card for Moonology, like how to deal with them, because I think this Devil is like a warning, like if you feel like it's going too far and only you know this, then it may be time to like try to step in and not just wait for them. Okay, so the two cards that came out, so your commitment is being tested. So I think commitment to this relationship, again, I feel like a lot of you guys have struggled with narcissistic relationships in the past, or people who have narcissistic behavior, so you're very sensitive to that. Frankly, narcissism is a big topic. So if that's something that like resonates with you, just know like, it's okay, pile one. It's all right. This is your commitment's being tested. It's commitment to yourself, to trust yourself and trust your understanding of this relationship and not give in to your immediate fear like, oh my God, this is happening again. Don't let your pride get in the way. I think if you feel like they should be coming to you, that is just not true. I'm sorry. Like, I know like maybe you want them to come to you. Maybe you've called a few times but this is not true. Like, don't hold back. If you want to have communication with them, then go ahead and push that boundary. If you feel like it's no longer the Nine of Swords energy. It's leaning toward the Devil energy. It's leaning to something that could be just self-destructive for them. Then, don't hold back. Like, they're your friend and you can trust them. So they're just going through a difficult time. So I would say hold space for them. Do what you think is best for them. But you know what, Pile One? They value you. They care about you. We feel that. So I'm going to, with that, wrap the reading. I just want to let you know, you know what? It looks like they're going to get through this. It's just a matter of sometimes people go through difficult times, but they'll ride with you for sure. All right. With that, take care, Pile One. I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please hit like, subscribe, share it if you feel called to. But yeah, this is a great message. All right. Take care. Hello, Pile 2. If you selected Teddy Tarot or the Amazonite stone, this is your pile. Okay. So I figured we'll start with this coin, yes or no coin, and I'm going to ask the question we've been waiting for. Then from there, we'll get clarification. All right. Can you trust the person that you have in mind? So just to remind you, we're asking about friends, family, coworkers, anybody that's on your mind. Can you trust them? Ooh, and this is my pile. The answer is no. Okay. Let's get some clarification on that. No, we cannot trust them. Let's find out why. First, we'll get some cards on the situation. Sorry, I'm trying to get clear on, should that be upright or in reverse? Okay, upright. Yeah. I thought of someone specific, so I could already see this working for me. Unfortunately for us, our instinct is leaning in an area where we probably assumed. Okay. So, first let's talk about this person. This person's been going through a dark time. Okay. It's represented by the Hermit card. Doesn't mean they've been alone, but it could be like they feel alone in this situation. So this person, the person we're asking about, has been going through, like, maybe they've lost a job, maybe they have been going through relationship issues, or they've been, we'll just say struggling, whatever that way, shape, or form, right? It could be a money situation, on and on and on, right? But they've been feeling kind of alone in the situation, and they've been reaching out for help. Now, the Hermit card is symbolic with the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords shows somebody sneaking away in the night, and you notice both of these bears are even dressed the same. I find this really interesting. I've never really noticed this before, that they both are white bears with these little black hoodies on. This person that you're asking about, they have asked for help, and they've asked for, we'll say, support and sympathy for their situation. And you could have had this gut feeling, like you're not getting the whole story, something's wrong, something's missing, something doesn't seem right, hence you listening to this message today. Your gut is correct. You do not have the whole story. Now, that's brought in by the Seven of Swords. It's this sneaking away energy, this energy where two swords are left behind, running off in the middle of the night. There's tents in the background. It's like they know some of the situation that they've been getting sympathy for, they brought on themselves, okay? So they know they brought that on themselves with their own behavior, with their own actions. No judgment, right? We all make mistakes. We all, could probably do things better, of course. But there's something about them hiding it that has led you to be like, you're listening to them, you're trying to support them, trying to believe them for everything that they're saying, but there was something in you where you just didn't fully believe it. And so Seven of Swords is like they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it. So whether they wanted to, get something from you, like maybe they need extra support, maybe they lied and said they were going to support you on something after you supported them on something and they're not showing up. But there's something that's coming clear right now, the seven of swords energy, where you're starting to see they're headed in a totally different direction. Okay, so they said a lot to get what they want, and now they're taking off. So they're not someone who is going to stay around and support you the way you supported them. And this seems to harken to, we'll say, it's a symbolic thing because they've done this before and they may even do it again. But it's like for you, it was, I feel like for a lot of you, Pile 2, it's like a confirmation, like I knew something was wrong, or I kind of felt like I wasn't going to trust them, so forth and so on. So that's kind of where you're at. Okay. And then you have the Five of Wands energy. So this Five of Wands, this is about feeling like, we talked about how you felt like something was off. You were blindfolded in this situation because they had all of the information. So you're there helping them, probably holding space for them, listening to their problems, helping them with things. It could be financial help. It could be physical help, like a move, or, taking up shifts for someone while they're off doing whatever, to resolve said issue that they said that they're going through, whatever it is. And the Fool energy is actually, I see it as truly like you feel like a little, we'll say, taken advantage of. You could feel literally like a fool, like you're bamboozled, but you just kind of, now it's very evident that you were played because you were blindfolded in this situation. So your question is, can you trust them? The answer has been no. This is my message too, Pile 2, so we're in it together. It just means, you know what, okay. This is actually a good card. Five of Swords. Look, so this person, this bear has the 5 swords, and then there's 2 kind of walking off in disappointment. It symbolizes winning the battle, but you didn't really win anything. This person that's done this understands they've impacted your relationship in a way that they can't come back from. So it's like at the time they're being selfish, they're doing this, they're doing that, but it's like at the end of the day, they know what they did. Now, I don't know if that's a comfort to you. You're more like, well, I just want my time back, or I just want my money back, or I just want, like I would have loved to not work that shift because I really wanted to go to that concert, whatever it is, right? For you, just knowing that they know what they did was wrong, I don't feel like they're going to apologize, but they do know that it was wrong. And your feeling here is totally justified. Like just feeling taken advantage of, feeling like I should have known better. I mean, we all do it. Like, we all do it. I do it, right? And this is my reading. 2 of Swords. A little clarity on our decision making here. So the 2 of Swords talks about feeling blindfolded. I feel like this is a very hard decision for you to make. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is a significant other or a family member or a friend you've had for an incredibly long time. Could be a coworker. If it's a coworker, you would have to be very close though. I see this more as family or a romantic relationship, so or a really close friend, like a best friend. The point is, I see this as somebody you're really bonded with because that's what made this decision so difficult. It was like you were blindfolded with these 2 swords. One decision, if I follow my gut entirely, I don't help them, but I feel like I want to help them. I won't help them. That's one decision. The other decision, I'm going to help them, but I'm sure I'm going to pay the price because I know something's off. And you're blindfolded in a situation because who this person is. It's hard for you to know 100% if they're being truthful, they're being honest with you. So unfortunately, they were not truthful. They were not honest. They know what they did. And now you have a decision make. I decided to pull the back of the deck, and my goodness, look at the back of the deck. Eight of Cups. I'll hold up this card. I say my goodness because you can't get a more. I mean, this card is these cards are playing out like a movie. So the Eight of Cups energy is about letting go, walking away. We can take this. We can take this multiple ways, but I think the most basic way is forgive yourself of what happened, let it go, don't focus on it, walk away from it, move on from it, whatever that means for you. So we'll use an example. If you let them borrow something, they haven't given it back, then just let it go. Just be like, okay, that was a gift. It wasn't them borrowing it. It's fine. It's easier for you to just kind of resolve it in your mind and in your heart and let it go. Now there's a deeper meaning here, and that is for maybe some of you, I feel like this could have been the last straw, meaning that if you're in a relationship or if this is a friend that's done this often, this is a family member where you just feel like it's always something with them and you feel like you can't do it anymore and you're actually toying with, we'll say, it doesn't mean a complete cut off a relationship, but we'll say like redefining the relationship for yourself and maybe spending less time with them or deciding to just take a break from them for a while. This card represents letting go or walking away if you need to, even in that regard. So I would say for this reading, it's more about letting go of your feelings overall. But if you feel like it's deeper for you, then explore that. Think about it, meditate on it, figure it out. But ultimately, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, Pile 2. They're not trustworthy people. Your gut was right. So you can just simply reconcile that for yourself and go ahead and, it's information for the next time. You'll follow your gut. You'll hold ground and you'll be fine. All right, with that, thank you so much, Pile 2, for joining. If this message resonated, please let me know. Shoot me a comment, let me know. If you could like the video, if you enjoyed it, please like it. It helps the channel, helps the algorithm. And then of course, if you want to subscribe, if you want to hear multiple messages, I do a lot of pick a card messages, feel free to join. You know what? I just realized something. I'm so sorry. Let me pull a moon card here, Moonology card, because I did want to leave on a positive note. So what does Spirit have in store for you about this situation? Okay. We were just talking about you meditating and contemplating. So meditate and contemplate, New Moon Pisces. So really think about the situation. Think about what you want from this relationship going forward and get very clear. And then you have a win-win outcome as forecasted, full moon in Libra. We are entering in Libra season, or we're actually in Libra season right now. But these messages are timeless. So if you're not listening when this dropped, don't worry about it. Win-win outcome is forecast. I think the win-win is really for you. You'll be able to let go of the situation fine, and you'll be able to kind of figure out next steps fine. So the bottom line is you're going to walk away from this situation with a clear conscience, clear heart, and you'll be able to let it go. And that is the win-win outcome for you. All right, with that, so sorry, Pile 2, to break off the ending, but thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the messages. Take care. Hello, Pile 3. If you selected this amethyst crystal or the Light Seers Tarot deck, this is your message. I wanted to use my yes or no coin today because we want to ask a yes or no question. Then we'll dive into the cards for clarification. So with that, the question today is, can you trust them? Who we're talking about is your friends, family, coworkers, loved ones, anybody on your mind that you feel like maybe they're hiding something, they've been acting strange, what's going on? That is what we're talking about today. So with that, can we trust them? That is the question. So I want you to put whoever you're thinking about in your mind, and let's go. And the answer is no. Okay, with that, we're going to get clarity on why it's no. Pile 3, can we clarify, get some more information on can you trust them? Interesting. I think the first few cards are kind of talking about the potential of the relationship and then the reality of it. Okay. It starts off with the Ten of Cups, which is normally an incredibly positive card, but what I see here is that this is how you felt about this person. So this could be a loved one, this could be a close friend, it could be a coworker, it could be anyone, honestly. But this first card coming up is representing how you saw them. Now I say saw because I feel like it's already started to shift for you, pile 3. That's why you're on this reading, is because you have been sensing something is off. Okay, so you saw them as somebody that you had, we'll say, like a close friendship with, that you're hanging out with, that you love very dearly. And what's happening here is you just assumed, like with the Wheel of Fortune energy, you assumed that things were turning the way you saw them. You saw them as like Ten of Cups energy, like we have a great friendship, we're close, we're happy, we're in vibe, we're in stride. And it's like, that's how you saw it to be. And what I'm seeing here is that your vision of what your relationship was versus something happened very quickly that I would say altered your perspective and added a lot of doubts. They could have started to hide things. They could have started to use a lot of passive aggressive speaking with you. They could have been, some behaviors that would say like that aren't so nice, like maybe there's more jealousy shown, more behavior where you could see that there's something deeper going on, like the way you see them and how you saw the relationship was very counter to who this person truly is. So the Hangman energy in reverse. So you thought you had such clarity, but you really didn't. You're Hangman in reverse, so it's like you're not able to see it for what it really is. So let me show you what that means. If you're looking, her back is to this card, this Four of Wands, which is like this joyous, celebratory, two friends having a great time card. In this energy, it's like your view is almost like the Four of Wands upright. The reality was Four of Wands in reverse. This person may be spending time with you, but they're not for you. I'm feeling there's definitely heavy jealousy and some ulterior motives. It could be you're offering something that they don't necessarily have. You seem like a very generous soul from what I'm gathering from these two cards here. And they're taking advantage, or they took advantage of your kind nature and of your assumption. So it's like the Hangman in reverse. Your perspective was really altered to what this is. So it really means this person really is more for themselves than for you. There's some jealousy here for sure. I know I'll get more cards on it, but it's very, definitely jealousy. It could be a coworker, someone who's very jealous of what you've built. Yep, Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is that like building energy, like they're jealous of your ability, especially if this is a coworker, your ability to grow, your ability to gain, we'll say like to climb, it could be to climb a ladder, right? To climb a corporate ladder. It could be just your success on a job. It could be your solid reputation, but it's also what you've just genuinely built, like what you've done. They're very jealous of this. And what's so interesting is it doesn't really matter what they have. I wouldn't even be surprised if they have more than what you have. So you could be listening to this message, be like, no, they can't possibly be jealous because I live in an apartment. They live in a $2 million home. They are jealous. They are. Like, I'm just telling you flat out, they are. And it sounds bizarre. You could say, no, I'm single and they're married and they've been happily married for years. They talk about how happily married they are. And I know that's true. Like, I've seen it. Maybe that's true, but they're still jealous of you. you know, like whatever it is you feel like you don't have and they have spades, so they can't be jealous. I am here to inform you they are. They are very jealous. Ace of Wands. You have an incredible potential of creativity. And this is something that they're really holding on to. They're very jealous of. They also want to sabotage that. I don't know why you're asking this, but I have a feeling they've been acting strange lately. And I also have a feeling they've been acting aggressive. Drop in the comments if any of this resonates. You don't have to tell me the specifics. You can just say Pile 3 resonated. But this is very clear. If they've been, this could be somebody you've known for a long time too. I wouldn't be surprised if you've known this person 5 years, 10 years, you know, like a long time. You know, it could be somebody you've worked with, but you've gone to school with, and you guys have a lot of history. It could be I don't know, you've traveled together, you've gone on trips together, and your families know each other, and they're close. Like, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. If this is like already like resonating for you and you're still listening, like, I know this is a hard message to hear, but for them, it is based in insecurity for sure, and a bit of jealousy, because there's things that you have that they just wish that they have. And instead of being happy for their friend, they are getting into this negative kind of sabotaging energy. So let's get some more cards on this. Yeah, they see you as the Empress. You just have the ability to nurture and create and manifest at will. They see it. They've seen how far you've come. They've seen you down. This is why I kind of know you've known them for a while, at least a couple years. I'd say at least 2 years, because they've seen you go through something. They've seen you go through something and they thought like, oh my God, are they ever going to be the same? And you came out, and you came out stronger and better than you were before, better than they've ever seen you. And that for them is very disruptive, and it's really bothering them. And so like, this, why you can't trust them is because they want to disrupt that in you. Okay? 5 of Pentacles. They want to take away what you've been able to build for yourself. They really don't like that you have done so well. And I'm sorry to tell you this. Like, this is one of those things. It's just like, oh my God. It's really hard to hear, especially if you were listening to this more for entertainment and now you're getting an answer that you're like, I hope I don't get that answer, but you did. Know that you're in good company. There's a lot of people on this channel. There's going to be quite a few people that pick these cards. Whether they comment or not, you're going to have plenty of people who are in the same boat. And that's not a fun feeling, but we've all gone through it at some point. But what I want to point out is it's better to know now, because they don't have your best interests at heart. They want to snuff out your creative energy, your Ace of Wands. They want to take that out of you. They're not happy that you're Empress and you can create out of nothing. Even though they probably, like I said, I have a feeling that a lot of them have more than what you have technically on paper, but they don't want you to have anything because they're so jealous of just naturally who you are, okay? So because of that, and it is based in insecurity, and they're not bad people, but ultimately I need you to remember, back of the deck, you are the magician, okay? You're the magician. Remember that. You can create whatever you want. And I know this sucks because you saw them as someone really close and important in your life. Back of the deck, final card I'm going to pull for you, the Lovers. This is a promise that there is people who love you, support you, coming into your life. They're coming in. It's just, in a way, this person needs to get out of the way. I would say it like this. There's an analogy somebody said to me years ago, and I always remember it, which is that if you are in a home and there's always this, and you have like a 1-car driveway, and you have this old car that doesn't work, just kind of there, covered in cobwebs, and it's just hanging out there. There's no room for your new car. Like, you have to move out the old car to make room for the new car, right? So you can park there. And it's kind of the same approach. Like, whatever they've done, I know was hurtful, and I'm sorry. The one silver lining is, if they're out of your life now, or if you're trying to make a decision where they're going to be in your life, know there's people in your life that are coming that will love you for who you are, that will stoke the fire of the Ace of Wands versus wanting to snuff it out. That will love that you're the Empress, that loves that you have that manifestation energy, that magician quality about you. They'll love it and they'll brag about it, versus somebody who is so, we'll say, triggered by it that they make you feel guilty for who you are, because you should never feel guilty for who you are. Okay, I'm going to pull a Moonology card. All right, Moonology. Yes. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Definitely prosperity lies ahead. You have a lot to look forward to. Do not get worried about this. Like, whatever's happening right now, it's fine. Because you have so much, bring love into the situation. Lean in on the people in your life that you know you can trust and that love you. And in the situation, deal with it the way you feel called to deal with it. It could be you see these people less. It could be you're like, no, I don't think that there's room for them in my life. I don't know the situation. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just to give you clarification around, you have that question in the back of your mind. Can you trust them? So now you have more information to guide your next decision. Okay, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed the message. If you did, please hit like, share, subscribe, shoot me a comment, let me know what you thought. And I post videos usually multiple times a week. I've been a little bit behind, but I'm getting caught up now. But please shoot me a topic, send me something in the comments if you have an idea of something that you want to hear next. All right, take care. Bye-bye.